Welcome to episode 17 of Simple Ken. This is a special one.
It's time for simple. It's time for simple. It's time for simple Ken. It's time for simple. It's time for simple. It's time for simple Ken.
So we have a guest for this episode. I was very wary of doing the whole Zoom thing because I'm a sucker for quality. But my guest, as you already know from the title of this video, has some dope tech because he started a podcast. So ladies and gentlemen, come here, Mr. Kanan Gill. Yeah, Kanan Gill, how are you?
Yo, what's
all
up?
the way. Hey man, so a bunch of questions, dude. Bunch of questions. Not being a bitch.
Yeah,
here.
dude.
Not being
Go
a
for
bitch.
it, Kenneth, Gwendolyn, Sebastian. This is your lucky day. I was waiting for this invite. I was waiting for the day you'd be like, no.
I heard your last
go for
episode
it.
of no new notifications, and I didn't even have to bring it
Yes.
up because apparently your audience has called you a podcast hypocrite. So
Yeah.
I didn't.
We had a
have to
full
do it.
trial on the podcast, though. And the conclusion we came to is you either die a hero or you live long enough to start a podcast.
See, you can't use dialogues to get away from the truth. Okay, it's like saying.
The truth is, Kenny, I started
Wait,
a podcast
let me
for the
finish
same
what I'm
reason.
saying. That's
Okay.
like saying, hey, I don't do Rahul Gandhi jokes, but here are some
Yeah.
Rahul Gandhi jokes. So it's like that.
Yeah.
You can't be like it's bad and then still do it. It's bizarre.
It's the best of
bizarre.
both worlds, you know? Like, I started a podcast for the same reason you wore an earring for 5 years. I didn't think about it. Seemed like fun at the time. You might bring the earring into this somehow.
that has nothing to do with it because that would have made sense, Karan. If I said, "Oh, earrings suck," and then I wore a earring, and I publicly
Well, why aren't you wearing an earring
went
now?
Sorry,
Why aren't you wearing the earring now?
it actually fell off. So,
Cool. Yeah.
also, second question, Mr. Gill.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Mr. Gill sent me a picture of his internet speed, which is insane. I've never seen so much internet
Yeah.
in India ever, which is around 680 Mbps. And the download
It's a
speed is
gigabit
300.
Ethernet line, though. It'll get faster.
So, you're going to get 1 Gbps
Yes.
eventually,
Theoretically. Yeah.
theoretically. If CERN is not using it, you'll be able to use 1
Yeah.
Gbps. Now, the reason I was going to bring it up, but it's so beautiful because while we were setting up this recording, Kanan's internet stopped working.
Do you enjoy this? Do you enjoy finding gaps in my moral integrity and then sticking your Kenny knife into it? All right, I made... it's a curse almost that I'll spend a lot of money into buying something or into some resources, and then exactly when I need it only will that thing not work. Oh man.
But it's working now, so we're good.
It's working now. Yeah. It gave hard for 5 minutes, but it's back. And yeah.
No, but that's insane because
I
I
just
thought
like my
100
genuine worry with this episode. My genuine worry with this episode, Kenny, is that my audio will sound better than yours. So I hope you can like take measures. Because like I don't want to sound better than you. Because I have a better setup. Yeah.
Okay. By the way, we have the same mic. You have a dope sound mixer.
Yeah.
So that's the competition is on. My internet speed is obviously some measly. Mine is 300 Mbps, which is on and off. It's not
Lame.
nowhere close to. That is your upload speed.
Huh?
Isn't that your upload
What?
speed right now? My download speed is your upload speed.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be
But
a
what do
diss
you-
in the future. You know what? Your download speed is my upload speed, son.
No, I didn't even think it was possible to get upload speed more than 10 Mbps. And then I saw yours. But dude, already it's insane that you have 680 Mbps. Now, what do you need 1 Gbps for? Just let us know. 3 uses of 1
Yeah.
Gbps that 680 Mbps can't do. I just want to
I'm glad you asked. Okay, suppose I, on impulse, decided to start an office for 20 people. Okay?
Oh.
Not only do I have the speed, but I also bought the router that can support that sort of infrastructure.
What is the router you bought?
Secondly, what if I decided to mine Bitcoin, but like live stream it? This is not a good example, but it's like I was curious, man. I was like, for a month, let's see what it's like to live the gigabit Ethernet life. And from experience, I can tell you, it's exactly the fucking same. Like,
Yeah,
there's
because
no
it's-
difference.
It's like you bought a Ferrari and you bought a Bugatti, and the difference is like
Yeah.
100 kilometers, but you're already going at 400, so you're going to 500 kmph. I don't think it's even noticeable. So,
If
but
you're
it's true,
interested
though.
in a different metaphor, it's like I have a Ferrari and someone else has a Maruti 800, but we're both forced to cover our cars. Okay, and below the car cover, you can't see anything. But so in my heart, I know this is gigabit Ethernet, but for all intents and purposes, it makes no fucking difference to everybody's life.
No, but the only cool thing is that I can tell people that I have a friend who has 1 Gbps. That's the only advantage I
That's
see.
why I do things. Most of the things I do is that you can say, Kenny, I have a friend,
Yeah.
who has a gigabit Ethernet. Yeah.
But it's a really rewarding thing to like get into something and then have the best equipment for it. Even
Dude,
though
it's my
we are
dream.
not skilled enough to like when you got into sound mixing and MIDI stuff, you got the best MIDI keyboard that any DJ would or music composer would die to have. There's a joy in knowing they don't have it. What the? I don't have neighbors.
Did you order food?
No, I didn't order food. Let me
Wait.
check one sec.
Okay. High quality podcast entertainment right now. Kanan Gill talking to an empty screen. So, empty screen. What's up, man? How are you? Yeah, I feel the same way sometimes. That's true, but I feel like mainly that's because of capitalism. And
Yo, it's my electricity bill, yo.
Whoa, it rang the bell? That's crazy, dude. Mine just goes in the post box.
Oh man, this bill really wanted to be noticed.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Kanan Gill, how you been, man? How is the lockdown, buddy?
Buddy, it was alright, dude. I mean, we're very lucky. So, we just had to stay at home. And yeah, just stay at home.
You know, the thing is,
You did.
I'm
You
kind
started
of,
doing Zoom shows.
You started doing?
Zoom shows did you start?
I thought you also doing.
I'm doing only corporates.
I've not done any public Zoom show because I'm little not ready for it. Even I've been doing corporates only.
Yeah.
But I mean, what do you do in a
The
corporate show? Do you
biggest
do crowd
effect-
work or do you do set? Do you do like jokes?
In a corporate show, I go as a motivational speaker. So I was like, jokes won't work. So I prepared a PPT and I tell them to introduce me. I was like, next up, we have a motivational speaker. So they don't know it's a comedian. So I just go and do some horse shit motivation. I go through 30 slides and we have a lot of fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they know you also. So they'll be like, hey, this
Yeah, I
guy
mean,
is...
A little bit, but sometimes there's like 1,000 people, right? Because internet, anyone can join. And like, so at least 300 people won't know. They'd be like, this guy's just really not a good motivational speaker.
And the client is okay with this? Dude, that's damn cool.
Yeah, that's the pitch. So you don't get as many shows because it's a very niche thing that I'm creating. But I'm fine with it, dude. Because just doing normal stand-up on Zoom, it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Yeah.
I mean, just talking on Zoom right now is damn pissing off. So I can't even imagine.
Exactly.
You do a joke and you have to wait a second and you get a laugh. And you hope that it's just a lag of internet and not that they didn't laugh fully.
Yeah, that's the one thing we have to learn is to give one space. So you end up both giving that 1 second space and then talking at the same time. That's going to happen a lot. You're going to have to fix this and edit.
The thing is also in the corporate show, if someone keeps their mic on, then they forget to switch it off. So when I do a joke, one guy will be like, too good, too good. Instead of laughing,
Nice.
too good, too good. And I'm like, thanks.
Too good, yeah, too good, too good. Yeah.
Too good. Yeah. How's the, so now that you're also, I'm assuming a professional podcast host,
Of course, yes.
but you have not gone into video yet. It's purely audio.
No. It's uncharted territory, part 4. Do you have
Part
any
five-
tips?
I don't know, man. The thing is, I wouldn't do only audio. There was one period where I wanted to switch to audio because one awesome thing about your podcast, which everyone should check out, which is you have a lot of edits and a lot of music, and that's one thing you can't do in the video version because I don't know what to show then. And you can jump, you can do a lot more edits. So it's a completely different thing. I'm technically doing a long video. It's not.
Yeah. I feel like there's something you should be able to just have an audio experience without wanting to see the video component. That doesn't mean you look at something different, but try to just sit and listen to something. I don't know, it's weird, it's difficult, but just try it. Not do anything else, just sit and listen to one thing.
So you have fully planned it out. Like it's around 50 minutes. You have multiple segments. Every week there's something new. And then you have Manik, of course, who's your friend and who's my college senior, which many people don't know. It's so bizarre, man. Of all the odds, not only did we become friends, he was my college senior who I actually like talking to and we became friends. Like it's quite insane.
It's a strange serendipitous connection, and Manik joined your college Chitakala Parishad because he continued to draw. Like, we used to be the drawing guys in school, both of us. Like, these two always with their drawing. And at some point, I was like, I just stopped doing it. I don't know why. I feel like I thought I'd never be a genius at this, so I just left it. And then Manik kept doing it, and he's still doing it right now.
Oh man, that's crazy. And the funny part is, because he was my senior, I didn't know he was a year older than me. I always, when I saw him, I treated him like someone who's 2-3 years older than me and my college senior. And he also used to behave like that, by the way. He used to be like, oh, hello, Kenneth. Oh, you're not in class today? Oh, okay. And I'm like, hey, Manik, hey, man. And then when I met him with you, I was like, oh, wait a minute, he's Kanan's age.
I'm also older than you.
Yeah, you're a year older though. I can't give you like senior respect and all. That's too
Even
much.
if I was 2 years older, would you have given me respect, dude?
The only person I respect is the government and tax.
Yeah. Yes.
So, and that's why when I met him with you, then I was like, oh, he's a chill dude. He's a Kanan only.
Yeah.
And then he showed me his silly side.
Yeah, he really likes planning stuff. So I want to do the podcast with him because that's the biggest effect of lockdown is that I started a podcast. That's the biggest effect it had on me.
Yeah, you wrote a book
and the
also.
rule for it.
I don't know if that's a secret.
I wrote a full book. Yes. It's not a secret. It's just, I don't know if I'm going to publish it. It's just there. But it was nice to know I could do it.
Well, things Kanan Gill says, I wrote it. I don't know if I'll publish it.
Hey, I wrote a movie, dude. I wrote a show. It's just all there. I mean, not everything someone needs to see, I feel. So the idea was to only have fun on the podcast as friends. Do it as neat little chunks. So it's not like this unstructured, long, boring, effortless talking. And the primary focus is stop it when it stops being fun. So right now, it's incredibly fun because I've also come back to Bangalore. Manik is also in Bangalore. So we can do the podcast in person, which is an unbelievably different experience. Because we did 5 episodes on Zoom and waiting for that 1 second lag before someone laughs. Oh my God. Oh, it's soul crushing. Plus, I got all this equipment now, so it's fun to use it. Can you hear this?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It's like you met, it's like a relationship. It's like you met a girl on a chat and then you dated for like a year and then you guys met and you're like, whoa, now the relationship is fully different. We can touch
just connect on a different level. Yeah.
So is the, you already recorded? No, I mean, I'll tell you how I'm doing, but you already recorded one with him in person?
Yeah, that was the most recent episode. I know you don't listen to it, okay?
Hey, I heard the one you told me to listen to.
Yeah, sure you did.
Have you seen all episodes of Simple Care?
I've seen the one where I was there. I feel like that was your best one.
Yeah, it was the best one. It was. And that's why I feel like when you put me in your podcast, that episode I'll listen to fully.
Yeah, you should come, dude. We'll do some shit.
Yeah, that's the best part is because I feel when you're in something, I feel that I want to see how it was without me. And then when I come in, that's why it's the joy of listening to the whole episode. It's like, oh, it's not fun at all. And now I'm there. Now it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 1 second, Kenny. Something is stuck in my nose. Just give me 1 second.
Go for it. This is why
I'm the most allergic in Bangalore.
Oh, is the pollution much higher?
It's not the pollution. There's pollen or something that I'm like crazily allergic to, and I have been for like a decade, and it's just fine. I never bother to get it checked. I just sneeze all the time here.
Dude, it can get really bad. This is the tree jizz, no?
Tree jizz. Oh yeah, pollen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tree jizz.
Powdery tree jizz.
Just trees, putting the stuff in the air for us. It's just the
In the
worst.
tree's defense, it was like it was stuck to the flower. Nobody told you to come, and birds and bees putting their feet in the thing and then spreading it everywhere.
Hello, without the
trees
bees
like
and all,
what?
how the trees will spread, dude? Then they'll just
I know.
they'll just do it and they'll just be on them only. It's
The tree, eating the tree, when the bee comes and says, the tree's like, what the fuck are you? What do you want? Fine.
I think the tree is more like, chee!
Or is it the opposite? Where there's a flower and the bee lands and the flower is like, yeah.
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 Yeah. That's that comic we said, no? Where it's that doctor and the guy's like, I had Viagra and I still have an erection for 9 hours. And the doctor and him are like, yeah.
Yeah.
Still funny. Yeah, man, I'm doing good, man. This is my new setup. This is the living room setup of Simple Ken. Living room, which is also a Comedy Central show. And
Hey.
hey, actually, I wanted to say thank you, Kanan. You helped me so much in that show, and I realized I didn't thank you enough because there was a day where you came to set before me, and then we didn't need you, and I didn't let you know, and you were pretty upset. But I was like, man, this guy is coming all the way to help me out, man. So that show would have been, that show was hell on
Dude, it's
earth,
fine,
and
man.
you made it easier.
It's really no thanks necessary. I think we all had fun in whatever stressful way. We did a show on Comedy Central, dude. That's fucking
Yeah.
insane. Just 2 years before that, we were like, wouldn't it be crazy to do a show on Comedy Central? And then we did one and we were like, well, this is fucking awful. Oh.
Man, hopefully one day there'll be
Yeah.
a sketchy show where
Fingers
the budgets
crossed.
will be great and the schedule is, hey, Kanan and Kenny, if you're feeling it today, you can come and shoot.
GoFundMe, there should be another website called Go Bug Them, okay? Where you just put Netflix, Amazon, whatever, you put them and you put your own show. So you go bug them about doing Kanan and Kenny's show. GoBugThem.com.
Dude,
Start a
that's a
Go
great
Bug Them
idea.
campaign where it all goes to Netflix. 1 million people want Kanan and Kenny's sketch show. And so then
No,
they have to do it.
If you do that for Amazon Prime, they'll all just be asking for Mirzapur season 2.
That's true, but then that's the website is working properly. People actually want Mirzapur season 2, not our show, so we should just accept it.
Have you seen Mirzapur
Wow,
season
that's,
2? Season 1?
I haven't even seen season 1.
Have you seen? No, even
I haven't seen any of it.
I
Yeah,
saw
it's supposed to be
Gangs
good.
of Wasipur recently, and I get the hype, dude.
Dude, it's excellent. Both movies are extraordinary and they're so good. And now looking with your CG lens, you can see which of the were the bullet holes, where that guy tracked the blood shot when that guy fell, the blood splatter, what's real, what's not. Most of it is not. And testament to doing that in such a big scale and making it
Yeah,
look like
man.
realistic for the time.
Just the fact that what's really cool about movies that cover 3 generations. I was just like, it's so hard to write a script where you care about one character because you're like, man, if I had more screen time for this character, the audience would care more about it. But here, they just show you a character, gone. There's a new character, and you care about all of them, and it's so mind-bogglingly.
Oh, that's the
hard.
magic of having a narrator, dude. Because they have a narrator, it speeds things up so quickly. So, example, if we came into this for the first time, this video, and nobody knew either of us, they could just say narrator, ये हैं कनन बैठे हैं बेंगलोर में अपने इंटरनेट के साथ काफी नुकसान और इनके साथ है केनी जो करते हैं एक सिंप कैन पॉडकास्ट.
Did you say Simp Ken?
Simp Ken. Yeah. Isn't that the name? Simp Ken?
Oh, you son of a bitch. You made Simple... Anyway, Simple Ken wasn't a great name. Now you made it Simp Ken. Oh, you
Simpy
son of a bitch. People are gonna comment, and that's all people are gonna comment.
Dude, nobody is going to comment Simp Ken. Like, I challenge them.
Son of a bitch.
Like, if you have guts,
You know, Kanan, the thing is,
Comment.
you are so good at trolling that I'm so glad you're on this side. Like, I'm so glad you're a creator, because if you were not a creator, you would be the best troller on the planet.
the destroyer, dude. Give me the creator or the destroyer. Who is the preserver in this context? YouTube, I guess. Ad revenue.
Hey, yeah, man, you can't, there's no revenue from the audio version of the podcast. So that's one good thing. At least some revenue comes from the video. So,
What?
not-
Where are you getting revenue from?
from Google AdSense.
Oh, that's still happening.
Yeah, you get a little bit. You get a little bit.
Oh, okay. Dude,
Yeah.
I haven't uploaded a video in 3 years, so I have no idea.
You keep
YouTube.
saying that, but I keep correcting you, saying that you put sketchy behavior.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that
sorry.
did really well.
I put one sketch from sketchy behavior. So
Which
it's
I
been
had to
2
force
years.
you, which I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
Because it's a
Yeah.
great sketch. So I have some questions for you, which is funny because I wanted to ask you one question because a friend of mine asked me how you were doing in Bangalore. And then it hit me that you actually don't have any attachment to any place, but you do like it. It's not like you don't like a place, but at the same time, wait, I'll just ask the question because someone asked it not ironically, coincidentally. See, correct word usage. Nimi Elizabeth says, ever since that, what is that menu place with Kenny, and you said Kenny just likes to use words. I was like, oh my God, I have to stop doing that. And I've stopped. Now I stop and be like, wait, what's the word I want? It's not ironically, it's coincidentally.
Or you could fully lean into it and make it your thing. Like Kenny uses whatever words he fucking feels like, but you'll understand the context. These days, spasmodically, I'm feeling like quite peppery these days. And you're like, hey man, that's just how Kenny talks. Fucking
That's
deal
just
with
how
it.
he talks, man. That's his USP.
Yeah, he's an
so Nimi-
iconoclast.
Elizabeth says, hey, Kenny, love long recording of you talking. I'm someone who's had to live in many different places throughout my life, sometimes willingly, sometimes unwillingly. So she was kidnapped. So this makes it difficult to bring a sense of belonging or the idea of home to any place. You have lived in so many places. Do you also face those issues? Would you love to? So when I read this, I only took it because, the question is pretty straightforward. But when my friend asked me about like how you're doing in Bangalore, I was like, oh, I think he likes to be in Bangalore. But then Bombay also, he was fine. And then I remembered that your parents are not in India. And so is like other, your siblings. And so I was just like, weird, I don't think then I didn't even answer. I'm like, do you like staying in a place? Which I know you do. But I don't think you have. Yeah, I just want to know, what is your attitude to places?
What is my
oh, sorry.
attitude to places?
Also, when you get like flustered, you'd like to like leave the city and go chill for a while. So you have a very interesting approach to places. Was my question.
Okay, so I'll answer the leaving the city part first. That is the top of or the bottom of an anxiety spiral. I don't do that anymore. But before it used to get so bad. I was like, I can't be in this place anymore. I have to get as far away from it, feeling as if my problem was somehow connected to the place I was in. So the only thing I had felt I had control of is like, I have to get out of here. I have to leave. So that's why I used to just get up and leave. Like, it's not a good tendency, and I don't do that anymore. But where home is, it's a great question, dude. People have written about this a lot, but home is where my routine is for me.
Okay.
Wherever I stay, if I can build a thing that I do every day, in the morning I sit here, afternoon I sit here, evening I sit here, I do this, I eat this, and whatever, then I'm at home anywhere. But I can be in the best place, but if it's feeling unstructured, then I just feel like anchorless.
So
I hope that makes sense.
So I'm assuming that a hotel is a tough place to get a routine. But
Depends on how long you're staying there.
Because I'm like, technically then you can make any place home. No? So technically you're saying it doesn't matter where I am.
Yeah. Of course, I have preferences for things I like in the places that I stay. But I feel like if you can I'm trying to develop like wherever my feet are, there is home. And although I do have a pretty strong preference for Bangalore, I don't know. Since the pandemic happened, we were stuck in Bombay for months and months and months and months and months. I just in my head, I was like, I'll go to Bangalore, it'll be fine. I'll go to Bangalore. And now I've just come a week or two ago. And it actually feels pretty good.
Yeah, no. There's one air in Bangalore which is it's one stagnant air. It's
Full
not
of
too
dust,
fresh.
I think. Yeah. Dust and pollen full of air. I'll say this about Bangalore though. I had forgotten. We live in Bombay, so it spoils us because Bombay is a city of intensity, work, speed, accomplishment, drive, frustration. And Bangalore is a city of stasis. People just, like, it boggles my mind how much people don't want to do the one job that they advertise. Like, I've been trying, I'll give you an example. I need a carpenter to fix my couch. 5-minute job. 5-minute job. I was like, should I go on Urban Clap? Then I was like, no, there's a guy down the road. I'll just go to him and say, please fix. Okay, so I go to him. I was like, sir, this thing is broken. He's like, I can't come today. I was like, why can't you come today? He's like, I can't. I was like, okay, fine. Can you come tomorrow? He's like, 100%. Okay. So I messaged him. He's like, hey, are you coming tomorrow? No reply. Hey, are you coming tomorrow? No reply. Tomorrow. Hey, are you coming today? No reply. I call him. He won't pick up. Okay. Then again, I walk to his shop. I was like, hey, man, I don't want to keep coming out of my house, but can you come fix it today? He's like, that guy's not here today who you spoke to, but I'll have him call you. No call. Ghosted. The day after, finally I get on Urban Clap and I book the fucking carpenter. I was like, this guy's not going to come. Next day, half an hour before the Urban Clap carpenter, he's like, yo, I'm here to fix the couch. I was like, dude.
My God.
Because I was like, now I don't need it. I've hired someone. Why didn't you pick up my 10 calls? The full day I waited at home for you. So he's like, and he went. And then I realized I'd forgotten to book the Urban Clap guy. So then I have 0 carpenters. And this has happened with Thing and Thing again. If I want to buy furniture, I'll call the place like, hello, I would like to buy furniture. They'll just ghost me, dude. I was like, don't you want to sell the furniture?
Yeah,
why don't you want me to have it?
It makes no sense. Like, why would you? Also, it's not like if you were in the store, I'm assuming you're in the store because you're like, if I'm not in the store, no one can talk to me to get business, right? So if you're not in the store, I'm like, get it. Okay, you're not interested in customers. Maybe you have some factory or some wholesale shit going on in the back, and this is just some place you put your stuff. But if you're standing in the store, so yesterday I had to buy some underwear. Okay, it's a necessary commodity. And I enter the store and it's mostly female undergarments and there's a rack full of male undergarments. So I enter and we're like, hey, I want male underwear. I want boxer briefs, which is what I prefer. And she's like,
gentleman's choice.
And I was like, oh, you sure? There's no she's like, we just have brief. I said, okay, maybe there's she's like, no. And we felt like we were intruding in their space, but it's not like they were chilling with their phone or watching TV. They were standing like this in front of the counter. So it's like they're ready for business. So, I mean, she could have been like, oh, if you need boxer briefs, I can order it for you, or I'll come in a week. Yeah. Or, oh, I never keep them. So you could try this other store. Nothing. She was just like, no. Just like, no. And I was like, okay, and the lights are also not fully on. So who's your customer? I don't get it. Who's buying 1,000 underwears in one shot?
So I actually don't mind the attitude or I don't expect a certain kind of treatment. If people are rude, I actually kind of enjoy it in a store. I'm like, whoa, what's your life, dude? Why are you so mad about underwear? But I'm like, if the proprietor because these people are hired to work in the shop. So they're like, fuck, this guy doesn't pay me enough. Fuck you and your underwear store. I'm not going to work here. I'm going to be rude to everyone. And I love that. I was like, you guys stick it to this man. But I'm like, if the proprietor of the shop, if Mr. Underwear himself, I'm calling him. I'm saying, please give me underwear. He's saying, yes, 100%. And then he's ghosting me for 1 week. I'm like, what's going on, Mr. Underwear?
Do you think Do you think Mr. Underwear has forgotten that he's opened a store? And every time, 10 people call him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I have a store."
I've called more people in a week here than I've called in the last 6 months.
Yeah,
because it's not that I want to call many people. I just have to call the same people 10 times for anything to happen.
You got pocket money, dude, when you were small.
I got Sometimes. No, I didn't get any money in school. In college, I used to get $1,000 a month, I think. And that used to cover like fuel cost. And then once going out somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, same, $1,000.
The guy can bike to and from college 6 days a week. God damn it. Yeah.
Yeah, you had your sweet scooty. No, Activa.
Still have it, bro. Still rocking. Activa is the best fucking bike, dude, honestly. It's so amazing. There's not enough Activa fans in the world.
Of course,
Great
there is.
mileage, very easy to ride, easy to maneuver. If someone steals it, you're like, it's fine.
At least you
It's
know he's
beautiful
gonna be
because it
happy.
prevents you from building a sentimental attachment to the bike. It's the idea of the bike. You get too close to the Activa, the bike is like, you know what?
You know what? I need to go.
Just an Activa. Yeah.
I need to get stolen.
some space.
I think the Activa only tips off the guy. It's like, dude, my owner's getting very attached. And
Like
you need
I
to come
got
get
robbed,
me.
dude, in Bangalore. You know
Yeah.
this. And the only thing they didn't take was my Activa.
Because they
is
have
so
some
funny.
humanity.
Yeah.
But they didn't take the key, right? You still had the key.
No, they took the key. So I couldn't like chase them or what. I don't know what the fuck they thought I was going to do. But they, like,
Obviously now
obviously they didn't take bikes are easy to track. So that's why they don't steal vehicles as long as they can like avoid it.
Oh, I mean, obviously now you brought this up, this whole you getting robbed. You've covered this story in your special, right?
Yeah, in Keep It Real, it's there.
In Keep It Real is there. So if people are wondering what Kanan got mugged, you can just see that because Kanan just casually drops the story like it's not a big deal. I've never been mugged, dude. I don't even know how scary that would have been. Because my immediate thing is like when you hear someone else being mugged, your immediate reaction is like, I would have knocked him off and I would have like ran up and like, Bachao! But in that moment, you just froze and you're like, just don't hurt me.
Dude, so many times before that, I've had this, like as a child also, when I was a kid, I used to have a kidnapping fantasy.
Yeah.
But I would get kidnapped, beat up the kidnappers, and then come home, and my parents are like, "Yeah, you're such an amazing boy." The newspaper would come like, "Amazing boy kills kidnappers" or whatever. But when I actually did get mugged, that guy had a very they use it like a machete. They use it for cutting crops and stuff. And like he was so big and strong, and he had a machete. The idea of fighting never came into my mind. Fighting left my mind. The ability, like I didn't know. I forgot that I could run. Also, so I was just there, and instantly I switched to practical mode. I was like, these people want something. You give them. What I took off my bag and I was like, take it. And then I tried to negotiate. I was like, can you just give me the hard disk back? Because I was editing a video. I was like, a hard disk has no monetary value. Just give me a hard disk back. Then he actually hit me with the sword. So I was like, okay, these guys are serious.
Oh, he hit you?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
shit.
that thing has a sharp side and a blunt side. So he hit me with a blunt side on my leg. It's still pretty hard, dude.
Oh, man.
So I was like, you know what? Take the hard disk, you fucking idiot.
So what did you
Enjoy
learn
this
from
edit
this?
of feelings with Kanan.
So always
I
back
learned,
up your footage.
my footage, actually, I hadn't backed up my footage. My main learning was that I have to carry my own machete.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if people they come and try to mug you, you can say before that, no, are you interested? This is a new machete. Why don't you take this and rob somebody else? And they'd be like, that's a great idea. This guy's thoughtful. He thinks about robbers.
And the thing, I also find it cool that they hit you with the blunt side. That means they're like, yeah, but obviously we're not going to kill you. It's like going to hit you with the blunt side, dude. Calm down, bro. I know this is a machete.
I think that's very lucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's like, this guy's just being irritating. He gave us everything, but he wants his hard disk back. He's like, hey, fuck off, dude.
And
I told you, I do all this and keep it real. Sorry. What were you saying?
Yeah, I'm sure in this.
Okay, so by the way, you were saying I'm sure, and it's not me. I do a bit in Keep It Real where they took my wallet, took out the money, and then found a condom, and then were like, oh, look at you, and then gave back my wallet. All of that is true. All of that happened.
Oh, I thought you mixed a story from an airport thing and you mixed it with this.
That's all. It's all true. It's fucking the part which is not like, okay, so after I went to the police station and then they first didn't believe me, then I had to wait, and then it was a long, very irritating night. Okay, and then when I reached home, I was like, they've taken my keys. I've realized while the police are dropping me back, I was like, I don't know. Then my brother-in-law used to live down the road at the time, so I thought I'd go to his house, but his gate is locked. So in front of a cop car, I climbed the gate. Went upstairs, took a spare pair of keys, climbed back, and then walked to my house, climbed the gate there also. And then they waited for a while outside. They're like, are you trying to rob somebody else? While you want to get your stuff back? Is this a revenge plot? But yeah, it was pretty crazy.
So Diksha Thadi. Okay, means Thadi in Malayalam means thickness. So also means
30 in English is the number after 29.
Dude, you're getting really good at this, dude.
Thanks, man.
What is that other joke you made? Asteroid. What is it? What was it?
Yeah, it was a quiz question and the word was astride. And you were like, what's astride? I was like, it's the small rocks that, go through space.
That's too good, dude. Oof. By the way, my new pet peeve is when, it's not always been a pet peeve, when someone says, PJ or lame joke. And I'm like, man, lame jokes they have to have 100% kill rate.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I meant, that's when it's a lame joke. When it's so lame that you got the joke immediately and you don't like it that fast. What a effective joke. That's some hard work.
The best kind of like lame joke is where you see people like angry laughing. So people are like, like they just like start rubbing their head and stuff. Like it's irritating. Like it makes them physically angry how bad your joke is. Like that's beautiful, I think.
Yeah, it's like the joke can override you and make you laugh, and then you're like, huh? What's happening? And then you get pissed.
Yeah.
It's like the Matrix.
It goes past all your conscious filters and it tickles your soul with bad wordplay usually.
So Diksha says, if and when someone asks you what's your plan for the next 5, 10, 15 years, do you have an answer for it? If yes, what is it? I find this question a bit absurd, mainly because it's difficult to plan anything for a long-term period. I do get that one can have specific professional, personal goals, but being said, it's really difficult to give a detailed answer, especially in interviews. Your thoughts? I think it's a really cool question because the older I'm getting, the more and more I'm just like, it's futile to even think about, I believe 5-10 years, like even the next year. I feel like there's a duality. I live my life in duality. There are some decisions where I'm assuming I'm doing the same things in 20 years, like with investments or insurance. I'm like, obviously I need to think about 40 years from now. But at the same time, there's another life of dual life where I'm like, I have no idea where I'm going to be. So it's okay. Fuck it. So I know we were talking about, which we won't get into, about free will and original thought, which I won't get into.
Yeah.
But
right.
I'm sure that you obviously also don't believe in this whole 5-year plan, 10-year plan. And I'm sure you had a different opinion before, right?
My opinions in this are the same. But first, let's address the question. Okay, so Diksha's asked, like, what do you say? Okay?
Yeah.
So there are many ways to answer it. And I feel like if it's an interview, you have to be serious, then just give your stupid prepared answer. Just be like, I want to grow and be of value to this company. And so I will be an unremembered name in a cognate of this capitalist machine. Whatever like they expect. Name. But yeah, you die and then the uncaring universe moves on. But if someone's asking you like out of a professional context, then you can have real fun with this answer. Like the first thing you can say is answer the question exactly. So where will you be 5 years from now? Tipsandra, drinking orange juice outside Sweet Chariot. Yes? Any other questions? Then you can give a vaguely successful sort of like 10 years from now, I think I'll be bathing in the blood of my enemies. Yeah. What about you? What are your plans? Yeah.
It's also like if you actually think, if you just sit down and be like, okay, in 10 years, where do I actually want to be? What will be nice? that's also like this fun daydreaming game.
Yeah,
Where-
it's really fun.
You can feel the benefits of having it, but you don't have to have it. So I just sit down and be like, I'll have a nice big house in front of a waterfall. And
Yeah.
then like my 5-star chef comes in with some sushi. And then they're like, so, the catch you did in your boat today was very nice. Okay, yeah, the boat. Yeah, maybe I should go have tea on my boat. And then you just can daydream and you can feel all what you want to feel. And then you have a nice, it's nice. And then you go back to your reality. It's nice.
Yeah. It is fun to daydream. But it's
Yeah.
like the biggest problem with that is like it builds this like destination mentality in your head where you're like, I have to do something for this to be fine. Like,
No,
it's not fine
it's
now.
not. It's not with the purpose of having it. Because every
just
time,
like to imagine, it's so much fun, dude. I do it all the time.
like I
Then I'll do
imagine,
this,
I imagine
then I'll
stuff
have
like
this, I'll go.
suddenly, like I'm in some meeting, and a bunch of guys come in with like the Iron Man suit, and they're like, "We don't have time to explain." But you have to wear this. But I'm like, I don't even know how to use it. Like, no. You know. That's why we chose you. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, just wear it. I'm like, okay, damn. And then I wear it. I'm like, guys, I can't continue the meeting. And then everyone in the meeting is like, man, I wish I was chosen. And then I fly out.
And then
I
everybody
do
gets up
Iron
and
Man
claps. It's like, that guy
Yeah.
is truly special.
shit. Yeah.
He's a god
like-
amongst men.
Then I do all of that. I save everyone. And I come back. And then I return the suit. And I'm like, I hope everyone was saved. And like, so you pass the test. You can keep the suit. I'm like, what? No, this is not the life. It's not the life I want. It's like,
Yeah.
so that's exactly why you deserve it. I love doing that shit.
It's the reluctant protagonist, no. After call to adventure, the next thing that happens is refusal of the call. Like, you must go save the kingdom. I can't. I'm not worthy. And then you have to see something. You have to see a village burning to be like, gear up. Swing. And then you go out. That's when this movie like really starts.
Yeah, the best leaders are who don't want to be leaders.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings also, he's like, Gandalf. This is my impression. What's his name?
Frodo.
Guy who plays Frodo. What's his name? The actor.
Frodo, no? Oh, the actor is
The
shit. Wait,
Elijah Wood?
Elijah Wood, yeah.
Yeah. He's a very high-pitched scream. So like, Gandalf, you take the ring. I can't take it. But then Gandalf was like, you have to take it. He's like, oh, fine. I guess I have to go. And then he goes.
But why-
I was
why
thinking
don't you
about the
wanna
story
know-
of the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And like, if you think about it, it's like they go, someone follows them, then someone saves them. Then someone follows them, then someone saves them. Then they reach a place, then again they go there, someone attacks them, someone saves them, someone attacks them, someone saves them. Then in the end, yeah. Like that's the whole movie is attack, save, attack, save, attack, save, attack, save.
Yeah, so you know what happened? Even similar was what the new Star Wars movie. What they did was they followed game format. Okay. Which was they want something, they go to that place, and they said, oh, if you want this, you have to get this also. And then they go to that place.
Side quest.
Yeah, and they followed it, and because they were like, oh, everyone loves this in gaming. But for some reason, even though most movies do this, it really got really obvious in this movie that, oh, now they're going for side mission. Now they're following the main storyline. I was like, but Papa, dude, like, I don't think there are many formats you can do with action movies.
I mean,
right?
they could have stuck with the fucking classic format. No, there's one only. You just follow it. It's in your own
Yeah.
Star Wars 453. Just 453. I'm saying 456. Just you did it over there. Just do that same thing again.
Yeah.
Just go. Hello, you're somewhere. You go somewhere else. You meet some people. Something is really bad. Then you you have a big fight at the end, and then you come back, and now you're better. I mean, it's like. Gee,
They have that format in superhero movies also. There's actually just two formats, which is origin story and I have all this power and I lost it. Which they're cleverly doing with, they did that with Black Panther, they did it with Spider-Man Homecoming. I saw Homecoming again yesterday and I was like, how do you do a Spider-Man movie? Because they've already introduced him. So there is a nice thing where he has a suit in the beginning, and but the power is too much to handle because his personal life is getting ruined. So they take the suit away. So you kind of trick him into an origin story again.
Yes.
So technically you can only do origin story, and you can't do sequels. And if you're going to do a sequel, somehow figure out a way to make your hero weak again and do the same origin story again where he's powerful again and repeat and mix for every movie. And I mean, after a while, the audience is going to realize.
Yeah, that was the problem with Aquaman. Is because he was just awesome from the starting. And then the whole movie was like, you want to watch this guy become more awesome? You're like, dude, who gives a shit? He's already awesome.
I can't believe
Kenny,
you brought up Aquaman.
I have a meeting, dude, 4:30.
Yes. And that's actually when we wrap up this episode.
Hey!
We wrap up this episode with Mr. Gill. Thank you, Gill, for joining us from Bangalore. And thank you for answering
Thank you for having
2
me.
questions. And we have covered a wide range of topics from a lot of things, basically. I don't remember what we covered. But
Maybe we didn't. Maybe we really didn't. From superhero movies to... that's about it. Okay.
to jobs being sucky. Anyway, thank you guys for joining in. Thank you, Kanan. And
It's a
thank you for
pleasure.
everything.
I hope to be on another episode of Simpkin. See you guys.
Oh my God.
Same to
And
Ken.
good luck with your podcast, where I will also be in
Thank you.
soon.
Yeah. Please come for the next episode.
Done. Bye now.
All right. Bye.
So that was Kanan Gill remotely through Zoom call. I hope you like this format. I'm going to get another person. I was very excited to get on Simple Ken, but I couldn't because of the pandemic, who is Tara. I've asked Tara to come on Zoom, and hopefully she won't be too shy. I mean, if I just let her make fun of me for a couple of times, she'll be fine. But hopefully you like this episode. Please send me your questions on YouTube and on Instagram. And sorry if we didn't cover a lot of questions on this episode, but I've kept them safe. Okay, so I will use it for the next one. Send in your questions on the Instagram because that's also easier for me to read. Or YouTube. You know what? I won't make you do work. Also, this is on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Anywhere you want to hear it in audio format, but on video, it's only here. So thank you so much, guys. Hope you have a wonderful week. Tata, bye-bye.